Your significant other does not belong to you. All right, you may experience them, you may enjoy them, you may love them, but they do not belong to you. And vice versa. See, I think a lot of times in this generation, and I won't speak for the other generations because I was born and raised and I'm living in this one, I think that relationships a lot of times get confused with ownership and possession. I think the human ego makes us feel very possessive and controlling over people that we do not control nor do we own. So a lot of women that I deal with, I would never consider dating on a serious level, right? And it's not because they're bad people at all. It's just because a lot of times when we start to get close, we start to interact more, talk more, hang out a little bit, spend time, there becomes a sense of authority over the way I spend my time and my money and whatever, you know, what I invest in, what I do. That person, because we may have spent some intimate or some genuine time together and enjoyed it, now they feel like they have a say over how much I text back, how fast I text back, how many times I called during the week, how many dates did I go take them on, how many gifts did I buy, right? How many times I reassure them and tell them I love them to prove myself. I don't want to deal with that. And obviously, this is not everybody. We're speaking on it in broad terms, but I'm just saying in general, there's something I've noticed in a lot of situations that I've been in. And people will say, oh, you're selfish. Why don't you just man up and commit to one woman? I'd argue that I'm less selfish than a lot of people who are in relationships. A lot of people in relationships that I see, they'll give so much to the other person, right? They'll pour so much time into them because you love this person so much. You just want to do everything for them. You give, but you expect reciprocation. I don't think you should expect anything, right? Humans, one thing that humans, it's a fatal flaw, and I think any relationship, and not just romantic, this is any relationship, is that because we are so egotistical deep down at our core and we're so self-serving, we place undue expectations on somebody else and then get mad or offended if that person doesn't live up to said expectations. How many times have you seen a woman try to change and mold the guy to be their perfect guy, only to call him trash if he doesn't live up to the standards she created? And vice versa. How many times you seen a dude try to mold a chick into what he wants her to be, mold a woman into what he wants her to be? And as soon as she deviates from that, now she's a bitch, right? Now she ain't shit, right? Because undue expectations were placed upon the person that never asked for them. They never asked to be this avatar, this imaginary thing. And yet you compare them to some person in your head you created, and as soon as they don't live up to it, now you look at them as if they're the worst person ever. It doesn't make people wrong or bad people, it just makes people human. I'm open-minded enough to still believe in humanity, and I believe in the fluidity of love and life. Like I said, in a lot of dating situations, you give so much to the other person that you'll feel some type of way if they don't ever get back to you in that same level, because you do want to feel, everybody wants to feel accepted, right? You don't want to feel rejected, especially by the one that you love who loves you. I get it. But if you really think about it, that's the ego talking. I think it's more selfish to believe a person is only yours and not allow them the ability to change with or without you. As confident as I am, I'm never gonna assume that I am your end all be all. I'm not gonna walk around as if I'm the best person in the world for you and that we have to last forever or this relationship was a failure. I don't believe in that. I believe in growth, not failure. I'm not gonna assume that I'm the only dude my girl could be attracted to or the only dude that can make her come in bed or something, right? I'm not gonna assume that. I may be the man that God has for her right now, and vice versa. But if she changes in a year from now, she's a different person that requires a different kind of man to push her further along her journey, who am I to hold her back? If I was to be completely human about it, yeah, I'm gonna feel some type of way if she chooses to move on without me. But true love says that I gotta let her go and do what's best for her. So many people will not allow the other person the ability or the space to do what's best for them because they're scared it means that they're gonna get left. And if this person's future don't involve you, then it's forget their future, right? You'd rather hold them back from true fulfillment than allow them the fluidity to grow and to change. Love is not possession, love is not ownership. So let me read y'all a few definitions of love from the Oxford Dictionary, right? Now you tell me what it sounds like, all right? Let me see. 1, an intense feeling of deep affection. Okay. A deep romantic or sexual attachment with someone. All right. A great interest and pleasure in something. Somebody's love for a sport or love for a craft or love for food. One thing I don't see in here is ownership, possession, or control. So why is that so confused with love all the time? Why does love have to involve that? You ever hear somebody say,
if you with me, I want you to be all about me?
Don't ever be all about me. I'm not perfect. I'm not a fix-all. And all that, my other half, my better half, I ain't never had no other better half in my life. Because I'm complete already. That's what I do. I'm complete because I'm in tune with the man upstairs and he looks out for me. And I love myself so much. I don't need nobody else to make me complete. If I choose to date somebody, that's because I'm already whole and she's already whole and we choose to do that. I've run into a lot of issues with people trying to control me. I do not like being controlled or told what to do in any capacity. I promise you I do. I'm hard-headed as hell. Part of that is because of the way I grew up, but it's whatever. I do not like to be controlled. I just believe in the fluidity of the human experience and the opportunity for growth and change. So any woman I deal with, and y'all know, any woman I've ever dealt with, y'all can vouch for this. If y'all want to hop in the comments, y'all can vouch for this. I do not want to control you. I don't want to own you. I don't want to possess you. To me, the testament of a man when he deals with a woman in a romantic relationship or a situation, was her life better while I was in it because of me? You know, did I bring value to her life? If I can answer yes to every woman I deal with, I can live with that. We don't have to last forever for this to be worth it. Because I made you better and you made me better. We both grew, we both learned, we both experienced, we both expanded and flourished. And now, whether we stay together or not, we're better off because we met each other. We don't own each other. I may commit to somebody, right? And then some people say, oh, you scared of commitment. I'm not scared of commitment. I wake up every day and work on music. I wake up every day and go to the gym. I wake up every day and try to be the best man I can be on this earth and put a dent in the universe and bring light to the world every single day. I don't fear commitment. I do not like control. I'm not above being monogamous. I'm not above committing to one person. What I'm above is that person not allowing me to change if something compels me to change and do something different. I'm not going to go into a relationship with the expectation that I'm going to want to do something else or I'm leaving you. But this thing could last for 3 months or this thing could last for 30 years or 60 years. And I'm going to appreciate it the same. I'm not going to put any boundaries on what it can be or what it has to be. That's not how I operate. So don't ever look at me and try to look at me like you're forever. I can't guarantee that. What I can guarantee is that you're going to get the most genuine me for the time being that I'm in your life and you're in mine. And I'm going to bring as much value to the table as I can for you. By being my best self and bringing my light to the world. So that you're always going to be better off because you met me. That's what I can do. We can last a long time. But if something compels me to do something different or vice versa, yes, it would hurt because you don't want to be left. But I don't want to hold you back from being your most fulfilled self. And I would appreciate it if you didn't do the same to me. That's all I got for y'all, man. Love.